What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Monday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. And seeing as I don't do videos over the weekend, I just thought I'd bring up what happened on Friday night. We had our best MLB night of the season so far. The GBP lineup had ridiculous return on investment for all members. This was sent to me as one of the better screenshots that I saw. Came in third in a $55 Grand Slam for a nice $2,500. I was getting messages and screenshots all over the place. Very happy with what happened on Friday. The cash and hybrid lineups also did really well. And then yesterday, our prize picks did extremely well. MLB, 5 out of 5. And then including the NBA, we went a total of 7 out of 9, I think. So NBA, FanDuel-wise, Cash Team won yesterday, but nothing, over the weekend, nothing to really gloat about. Let's have a great night tonight. We got 3 games on our slate. And as usual, make sure to like the video, make sure you're subscribed. We also have the MLB main slate, of course, as well tonight. So for point guard, let's look at Luka Doncic. He got that first game under his belt back from his injury. He played a solid 33 minutes. Now they're at home. The series is tied. I'm assuming all good feelings and vibes are going towards the Mavericks here in this game, having their star guard back in the lineup and presumably, probably playing close to 40 minutes tonight. He looked fully healthy, no issues last game, and played really well. 30 points, 10 rebounds, 50 fantasy points. You got Embiid on this slate as well, but I think Doncic is a little bit better of the stud spend up here. I think he is a little safer, and Embiid has not really been playing like normal Joel Embiid. A big reason on that is because they're up 3-1 in the series, and they haven't really needed Embiid as much as they usually do. Tobias Harris has been surprisingly great to start these playoffs. Tyrese Maxey's been great. James Harden's been great. So I like Doncic more than Embiid because he is, way higher of a usage rate. And he just has the chance to have a bigger game, in my opinion, at home against the Jazz here. Shooting guards go to Marcus Smart. He's been a staple in all my lineups so far in this first round of the playoffs. He's been right around 6,000. He plays great minutes. He's a great defender. I expect the Celtics to put this series to bed tonight. The Nets have looked terrible. Ben Simmons is a disaster. Just as a fan in general, I'm not even gonna say just Net fans. Just as a fan in general, that is just. Oh, what a mess. I'm just so glad I'm not dealing with that as a fan on the Celtics. So there's nothing going well for the Nets. I think the Celtics win tonight. I think Smart does his usual stuff, high 30s in minutes. And, he's like a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. And he can rack up all sorts of stats. So I like Marcus Smart. He can play shooting guard and point guard on FanDuel. For small forward, Jalen Brown is priced nicely here. 7,900. He needs just under 40 fantasy points to hit value. He's averaging that on the year, and he's been playing really well in this series. A ton of minutes, sniffing 40 minutes in all 3 of these games here in the series. And he's easily hit value, 49.5 in the first game, 41 in 38. Is his ceiling as high as other studs? Not really. More of a cash game play because you know what you're getting with Jalen Brown. He's going to get you right around 40 fantasy points basically every single game. You can see how consistent his stat sheet is in the first 3 games here. 23, 22, 23 points, 5, 4, 4 rebounds, 3, 6, 5 assists. He's playing very consistent, so that puts the cash label on him due to the fact that there's really zero risk in picking him tonight. For power forward, the Raptors are without Van Vliet tonight, so their rotation is already tight with Nick Nurse. It's going to be even tighter tonight. OG Anunoby is going to be starting, playing big minutes. Didn't have the best game last game, but that's okay. He played really well before that. He's going to play, a ton of minutes here as long as they can keep this game close, which they should be able to do. They're fighting for their life tonight in Philadelphia. I do expect them to somewhat stay in this game to the point where the starters are going to be playing a lot of minutes. I think OG's minutes are going to get closer to 40 tonight. So, and again, without Van Vliet, that's a lot of extra usage going around. He only needs 30 fantasy points to hit value. He's a great middle tier value tonight. And then for center, if you can get Embiid in there with Doncic, fine. But like I was saying, I like Doncic more. But if you can get both in, fine. Precious Achiuwa is probably also going to be playing a lot more minutes tonight. He played a solid 24 minutes, and that was with Van Vliet, playing, a majority of that last game. I expect him to be closer around 30 minutes. We saw him get 35 minutes with no Scotty Barnes. Whenever there's a starter out in this lineup, Precious seems to be the main benefit off of that bench. He might even get the start tonight, but he's just more reliable than those other reserve guys like Chris Boucher and Birch. So I do think Achiuwa at 4,000 is a great play. He did only get 8 fantasy points last game, but he saw the minutes. He only needs 20 here tonight, and on these 3-game main slates, it's really tough to scrape out that value underneath 5,000. So I think he's one of the better cheap value plays as of right now on this slate. That'll sum up today's video, guys. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Let's get after NBA and MLB tonight. And until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.